What's up, everybody? This is Trey Biddy with HawgSports.com. That's HawgSports.com. Arkansas picked up its sixth commitment of the 2021 recruiting class in Keyon Parker, a cornerback out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Booker T. Washington High School. We're going to talk about him. We'll talk about some more things going on with recruiting, and Danny West is going to jump in to break down the Keyon Parker commitment. All that and more on Hog Sports Live. Before we get started, of course, I want to remind you there's plenty of ways to watch and listen. Be sure to follow us on Facebook Live so you're notified anytime we upload a new video there. Throw us a thumbs up and share the content if you think somebody else might like it. Also on YouTube, subscribe to the page, hit the notifications bell so you're notified there anytime we upload a new video. Share the content with others and throw us a thumbs up if you like it there. Also, if you choose to listen on Apple Podcasts, please throw us a 5-star review if you like our content, and also available anywhere else you can think of to find your favorite podcast. Right now, Hog Sports is 60% off for your first year, or you can sign up for the first month for $1. So two great options to sign up and check out what we have to offer at HawgSports.com. No promo code, just sign up and you will get the deal. All right, Keyon Parker, 5'11", 173, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I want to bring Danny West in so he can jump right into it. And Danny, if you're ready, just go ahead.
It's a nice pickup here at the cornerback position. Parker is a guy that we've been talking about for a long time now in connection with Arkansas because he was offered by the previous staff about this time a year ago. They got him on campus a couple of times last spring. And then, of course, Sam Pittman takes over in December and really picked up right where the previous staff had left off. So they were able to get him back on campus on March 7th for Junior Day. And I think this is yet another case where this extended dead period actually played into Arkansas's favor because that March 7th trip was actually the last one Keyon would take this spring. So in terms of a player, probably not the biggest guy. He's going to need to get stronger, as most do, but that offer list speaks for itself. Oregon, Nebraska, Michigan State, Baylor, Iowa State, some really quality options there. And I think Parker ultimately liked the short distance from home. He had been to Fayetteville enough to be comfortable with it. And I think Sam Carter, the new cornerbacks coach at Arkansas, did a really good job of sealing the deal late down the stretch here. So overall, quality pickup. It gives Arkansas a new commitment in each of the last 4 weeks. So things have started to pick up just a little bit to give Pittman's staff some momentum here.
All right, thank you, Danny. And Danny will have a whole lot more content at HawgSports.com. Also, Gabe Brooks, our Midlands recruiting analyst, will have a breakdown, and you can read all that again at HawgSports.com. Just looking at a couple of pictures here. Looks good in that Razorback jersey. It looks like Keuan. It looks like Keuan, but it's pronounced Keyon. So, yeah, nice pickup here. Number 445 ranked prospect, in the country. 31 cornerback, number 7 in Oklahoma. And that is on the composite ranking on 24/7 Sports individual site ranking. He's the 28th cornerback and number 7 ranked player in Oklahoma. Again, the sixth commitment has a good number of offers. I'll go over the Power 5 offers that we have listed right now in addition to Arkansas, Baylor, Kansas, Michigan State, Nebraska, Iowa State, Oregon. I believe that's all of them. And then he's got a whole lot in the group of 5 level. And again, this is a guy that Arkansas has been after for some time, even going back to the previous staff. So there's definitely a familiarity there. No big surprise. He had, I think, 3 crystal ball predictions to Arkansas. So me, Danny, and Gabe all had predictions for him to go to Arkansas. So let's look at Arkansas's commitment list right now. You've got, so he's the 3rd defensive player. You also have Marco Avant, 6'2.5", 212-pounder from Jonesboro, linebacker, and Jermaine Hamilton Jordan, 6'1", 195 out of Lincoln College Prep in Kansas City, Missouri, who is outside linebacker, safety, hybrid type, probably a safety. But let's go ahead and look at all these commitments now. This should bump Arkansas to about 44th nationally. They're a little bit behind maybe some, but not quite. They're pretty much right in the range where most SEC schools are, about 3 to 8 commitments right now, which has definitely been impacted by coronavirus. So I think Tennessee has 15. So Tennessee's the outlier in the group, but Arkansas right around the middle, maybe a little bit behind, about 6 right now. So pretty much on pace. With Arkansas, it does benefit to get players on official visits. It was probably a bit of a negative to have that February dead period. That didn't used to be a dead period. Used to have a ton of unofficial visitors, junior days and all that stuff. And Arkansas was only able to have one, which they had in January before the dead period started. And then they had another one in March when things opened up. And then COVID-19 hit and recruiting basically got wiped out. So for Arkansas, being a little more remote from its talent base, a little farther away, it's important to get visitors. And, we always talk about when visitors come in, they say, wow, I didn't know it was like this at Arkansas. And so you're losing that aspect of it right now. Plus, you have a new staff. You're recruiting off back-to-back 2-win teams. You need to really show recruits something. But there might be a silver lining, with recruiting, all this stuff getting pushed back. If you are able to play the 2020 football season, knock on wood, if you are able to play 2020, maybe Arkansas does a little bit better than what people expect. They show that they're not just a perennial 2-win team, which it kind of feels like right now. And then, you would expect, I think in the past we saw about 80% of Division I signees sign in that early period. I think we could see that push back a little bit just because of the way things have gone with travel and recruiting and stuff. So maybe there might be some kind of benefit for Arkansas. Trying to put any kind of positive spin I can. So Terry Wells out of Wynne, Arkansas. I believe he was the first commitment, 6'4", 306. We think he's going to be a left tackle at Arkansas. Number 398 overall, 392 overall prospect in the country, 35 offensive tackles, second best player in Arkansas on the 24/7 Sports composite. He's actually 238 overall on 24/7 Sports and a 4-star on the individual site ranking, but a little bit higher on the national side of things. Cole Carson. We look at him as a right tackle or an offensive guard, 6'5", 285, easily going to get up over 300 pounds, no question. And in fact, Terry Wells, I think I listed him at 290. No, Danny's already updated it. So we had him listed at 292, I think, and now his last weigh-in was 306. But Cole Carson have no problem getting up over 300 pounds. Number 511 overall prospect in the country, 48 offensive tackles, 69 overall recruit in Texas. You take anybody in the top 100 in Texas is the way I look at it. Marco Avant, we talked about him a little bit, originally from Forest City, plays high school at Jonesboro, 6'3", 6'2.5", 212. Number 738 nationally, 48 outside linebacker, 4 in Arkansas. This is another thing with Arkansas in-state recruiting. Arkansas kids kind of have to get out versus people coming in to see them. So you would have liked to seen these guys be able to get to camps, the opening regionals, and those types of things. Avant went to the opening regional last year. He checked in at 189 pounds, so he's up to 212 now. So a little bit different looking physical build on him. Jermaine Hamilton Jordan, we mentioned him, could play a number of different spots out of Kansas City, Missouri, Lincoln College Prep, 769 overall prospect in the country, 52 outside linebacker. They have him outside linebacker here, number 11 prospect in Missouri. Landon Rogers, 6'4", 215-pound dual-threat quarterback out of Little Rock Parkview, 890 in the country, 27 dual-threat quarterback, number 6 in Arkansas. Another guy that I would like to have seen get some times, get some 40 times, get to an opening, those types of things. I think it could have probably helped his recruit ranking. So that's where things stand. I wanted also on, where is Keyon? There you are. I wanted to read Gabe Brooks' scouting report, who projects him as a Power 5 starter, compares him to Trey Norwood, familiar name, who's at Oklahoma. Lean athletic build with adequate frame potential, natural cover man who's at home, at outside or in the slot. Flashes impressive physical style in press coverage situations, ample experience in press, physicality transfers to willingness as a tackler, closes fast in pursuit, shows promising turn and run ability, does not allow much separation initially or downfield, two-sport athlete who runs track but limited athletic context due to lack of times, not afraid to mix it up with receivers but gets too handsy at times, competitive at catch point, but can more consistently be disruptive. Sometimes too high in back pedal, will need to fill out frame to maximize strength capacity, high major cornerback prospect with potential to become multi-year starter at the Power 5 level. So that is Gabe. And Gabe's going to have a more analysis, commitment analysis. Danny will have more stories again at HawgSports.com. You can read all of that stuff. Also, one of our best features our Big Red recruiting board, where we really try to paint the picture of where Arkansas stands in recruiting. Okay, the big picture of things. And Danny has the Big Red board for defense, the Big Red board for offense, and we're constantly updating things. And it's more than a list. Like, we'll rank players on cool, warm, hot, where they stand with Arkansas. We have indicator arrows to show if they're trending up or trending down. List height, weight, star ranking, hometown, and then Danny West goes into detail about each prospect. Right now, defensive tackle and defensive end, there isn't a whole lot of movement. Again, this is a VIP story, so I'm just going to go over this, but this is something he updates regularly. At linebacker, you've got Avant committed already, but he's got 5 other linebackers listed at warm to Arkansas and a couple of others cool. Cornerback, he's got Keuan Parker, obviously. Drayden Norwood's listed as hot, so he'd be a guy to keep an eye on. He's got another listed as warm and a few others listed also. It's safety. Jermaine Hamilton-Jordan committed, of course. He's got 3 other safeties listed as warm to Arkansas right now. So that is for the defensive side of the ball. And then you can go, of course, there's a whole lot more detail in the article. And at quarterback, he's got Landon Rogers listed at hot. We know that Arkansas probably wants to take another quarterback in this class. Kaidon Salter, I've got going to Tennessee right now. He's committing in 2 days. Lucas Coley looked like he was ready to commit to Arkansas. Then there's a tweet or something from Clemson like, hey, pump the brakes. And then Virginia Tech offers. So looks like he's going to take a little bit more time on his decision-making. 3 running backs listed as warm right now. I've got my eye on Cameron Valdez, who's a 4-star, number 20 ranked running back in the country out of Rockdale, Texas. Wide receiver, he's got 3 guys listed as warm to Arkansas and 4 listed as cool. I'm kind of watching Ketron Jackson. I think I actually have a crystal ball in for him. And then tight end, you've got 5 players listed. He's got 3 of them warm. Probably take 2 of them in the class. I'm kind of watching, obviously, Aaron Outley from Little Rock Parkview, same school as James Joyner, running back target, and, of course, Landon Rogers, quarterback commitment. And then offensive line, 2 guys committed, and he's got 4 others listed as warm and 3 listed as cool. And, again, you can go to HawgSports.com to see all of that. Also, we do it for hoops as well. He's got a Big Red hoops board for 2021. Jalen Ricks, obviously a lot of people have their eye on him. Arkansas native, Mouth of Wilson, Oak Hill Academy. Langston Love's another guy to keep an eye on, Montverde Academy, which is where Moses Moody was. And by the way, speaking of recruiting, basketball, where's our basketball recruiting? Anyway, Moses Moody is no longer technically the top prospect in Arkansas's commit list because KK Robinson jumped up, I think, to number 36. I mean, he made a huge jump, like 40 spots to number 36 in the country. And that was, everybody's releasing their rankings and people are like, what are you evaluating right now? But it's, rankings and stuff that's been in the system. They do it all at once, so they may have something that they feel a guy needs to jump up way in the rankings, but not do anything with it until they do the whole deal. Now, you're not going to see any movement after this as the final rankings, but KK Robinson making a big jump. Arkansas is the number 6 ranked recruiting class in the country on 24/7 Sports composite rankings. So that's where things stand. So just a quick show today. Just wanted to talk about Arkansas's latest commitment, Keyon Parker. Nice-looking cornerback recruit. Arkansas, again, has been on him for a long time. And there's tons more at HawgSports.com. I want to thank Danny West for chiming in with his opinion. I want to thank all of you for joining us. This has been Trey Biddy with HawgSports.com, and we'll catch you next time.